All right, welcome. Today, we're going to dive into something pretty cool, a hand-picked collection of technical ideas. Now, what's really interesting here is that they all share this powerful underlying philosophy. It's kind of fascinating to see how one single framework for innovation can be used to solve wildly different problems. So, let's get into it.
So here's a question for you. What in the world connects securing an election with cooling a massive data center and cleaning up industrial smoke? I mean, on the surface, you'd say absolutely nothing, right? They feel like they're from different planets. But the real answer? Well, it's surprisingly elegant, and it all comes down to a really targeted approach to innovation.
And that connection is a special portfolio of ideas, known as G2 and J2 systems. And look, this isn't just some random grab bag of patents. Oh no, it's a strategically designed collection of some seriously high-value intellectual property.
At the very heart of this portfolio, there are 13 distinct patent-eligible innovations. Now, each one is a powerful idea all on its own, for sure. But their true value, the real magic, emerges when you see how they connect. They tell a larger story about a very specific philosophy of improvement.
So what exactly is the G2 and J2 systems portfolio? Well, it's a collection of high-value IP. But the key thing, the whole point, is its purpose. It's designed to improve these big, complex systems from the inside out.
And this isn't just some theoretical thing, you know? The portfolio was professionally curated by Insight's AJ for the Tech Rocks Idea Series. What that means is these aren't just ideas scribbled on a whiteboard. They are vetted, high-value assets that are ready to be put to work. Okay, so that's the what, but let's talk about the why. What's the end goal here? It all boils down to this central idea called key betterment, which is basically the art of making these small, super targeted improvements that end up making the entire system way better.
The mission statement for this portfolio really just gets straight to it: to improve systemic operations through key betterment points across multiple industries. That phrase, key betterment points, that is the core concept right there. So let's break down what that actually means.
A key betterment point, look, it's not about reinventing the wheel. Not at all. It's about finding that one specific place in a big, messy system where a smart, targeted innovation can create this huge, disproportionate improvement in performance, efficiency, or reliability. It's strategic. It's surgical innovation.
So, that's the theory. Now let's see how it actually works out in the real world. We're going to explore a few of the actual innovations in the portfolio to see this principle of key betterment in action, and we'll go from something as vital as public trust all the way to the nuts and bolts of industrial efficiency.
And this is where the whole philosophy gets really, really interesting. It's not just about solving one little niche problem. As you're about to see, this framework applies to vastly different challenges, everything from public policy to heavy industry.
Here are our 3 core examples from the portfolio. First up, we've got G2 VAS, that's Voter Auditable Election Systems, which is all about trust and security. Second, G2 CDCU, which stands for Containerized Data Center Units, a total efficiency play. And third, J2 SCCS, or Smoke Condensation Chamber Systems, which is all about optimizing an industrial process. 3 very different applications, all from the same core idea.
And this slide right here, it just lays out the range perfectly. With G2 VAS, the key betterment point is all about public trust. It uses cryptographic auditing, which in simple terms creates a digital, unhackable receipt for every single vote, making the entire process transparent and totally verifiable. Then you swing over to G2 CDCU, and it's tackling a completely different beast: energy efficiency. You know how data centers generate an insane amount of heat, right? Well, this system uses modular thermal arrays. Think of them as smart, adaptable cooling units to target hotspots directly, saving a massive amount of energy. 2 different problems, 1 targeted philosophy.
Our third example, J2 SCSE, is all about some deep engineering. The betterment point here is perfecting a physical process. By achieving what's called fluid dynamic optimization, the system basically redesigns the inside of an industrial smokestack to control airflow with incredible precision. This lets it capture way more pollutants and even reclaim materials, making the whole process cleaner and a lot more efficient.
So, let's zoom out for a second and look at the big picture. What does this all really mean? Well, this whole approach points toward a more structured, a more strategic way of thinking about innovation itself. This entire philosophy can really be boiled down into a clear 4-step process. You start by curating high-value IP. That's your raw material for innovation.
Then, instead of just building something, you first identify the exact point of leverage, that key betterment point. Only then do you apply the innovation to drive improvement. This makes sure the final result isn't just a cool gadget, but something that creates real, tangible, strategic value.
So the crucial point to take away is this. The G2 and J2 portfolio isn't just a collection of cool inventions, it's a strategic blueprint. It really shows you how to systematically find and solve critical weaknesses in complex systems to get the maximum possible impact. And that is a powerful concept.
And that leaves us with a final question to take with you. Think about your industry, your own work. Where are the key betterment points just hiding in plain sight? What small, targeted change could unlock massive value? It's a powerful question to think about, and finding the answer could be truly transformative. Thanks for tuning in.